Hi everyone, welcome to Murthy IT. Today we are going to discuss about Java source code, Java program related entry questions. So here, while creating Java program, the Java file name and class name should be the same. No, not required. So class name and Java file name not required. So here, Java file name, class name, Java file name and class name cannot be the same. So while compiler generates the dot class file with class name. So in the class name in the Java program, whatever class name we given based on that, the dot class file will be generated. Next one, when Java file name and class name should be the same. When our class is public on that time, the class name and Java file name should be the same. So why one Java file? Why in one Java file we can create only one public class? Okay. So basically, why as per coding standards actually the compiler, so in the compiler it generates actually. So here we can cover like that. So whenever our class is public, why our .java file name and class name should be the same. Okay, so here compiler checks actually. In the compiler they so it is in compiler level, it is one of the coding standard. So class name and Java file name should be the same while compiling. So compiler checks when class is public, if class name and Java file name are different, then compiler throw the error. So if whenever class is public, then compiler checks the class name and Java file name both are same or not. If not same, compiler throws the error. If it is same, is okay. So that is compiler level. It is coding standard. So they define like that. So we can say it is compiler level they defined. It is coding standard kind of thing. In one Java file, how many classes we can create? If we create many, what is the Java file name we need to take? So in one Java file, as many we want, those many dot class files we can create. The Java file name we can take any name, but if you have public class, if you have public class, the Java file name we need to take as same. So we can take many classes in one Java file. We can take any name, but in that all classes, if one public class is there, means compulsorily we need to take that public class. If you create many classes in one Java file, if we compile, how many dot class files will be created? So in one dot Java file, we have taken many classes. So here, how many classes are there? Those many dot class files will be created. How can we compile multiple Java files at a time? So generally, if you want to compile one Java file, Java C file name .java. If you want to compile many Java file, Java C space star .java command. By using Java C space star .java command, we can do. So how to call one class main method from other class. So there are two ways. So yeah, main method is a static method. Generally, static method, how do we call? So by using class name dot main method. So here also by calling main method, so we need to pass null to the null value to the main method string type. So syntax is class name dot. So any other class main method if you want to call, so we are passing. So yeah, that is a string array is a reference type. So reference types they can take the values are null. So by passing null also we can call our class main method. So whichever class if you want to call the main method class name dot main of null if you call, so the main method will be called. For example, here second program dot main of null. Then that class main method will be called. By calling main method with its class name, by we can also pass string array object with any size to main method string type. So other ways we can create a string array object. string array object with any size. So here same second program. So by using null we can pass, or by passing string array object, new string array of 3. So these three, this from these two ways you can follow anyway. So what are the Java coding standards we need to follow while writing Java program? However we want, we should not write that. So first thing is, need to take class name, variable name, method name, etc. with meaningful names. Whichever ABC, one, text two, like that we should not take. So whatever based on purpose, whichever purpose you are doing, based on that we need to follow. So for example, class ABC, it is invalid. ABC what? It is invalid. So for example, I am doing addition of two numbers. So if you take class addition, by seeing that class name, we can understand that we are doing maybe addition of two numbers. That's why we have taken the class name as addition. So while creating package, we should take all the letters are smaller case. So for example, it is the package C com.addition.this. So here these all are smaller letters we need to take. So while creating variables, we should create first word, first letter as smaller. From next word onwards, we can take actually capital. So for example, yeah. So while creating variables, not only variables. So while creating variables actually, while creating variables, so it is while creating variables, class names also, class names different. So while creating variables, first letter, first word, first letter smaller we need to take. From next word onwards we need to take capital. So it is invalid, so it is valid. While creating, so I forgotten to give here methods. I mean, while creating classes, what we need to create. So while creating class, first word, first letter should be capital. First word, first letter should be capital. From next word on every word. So in the case of while creating class names, every word first letter should be capital. So here that is the one more thing. So directly I given variables, but so while creating classes, first word, first letter should be capital. In the case of variables, first word, first letter should be small. From next word onwards, capital. So it is for creating the class, we need to follow this coding standard. For creating variables, we need to follow this coding standard. So while creating the methods, we should create as like same variables only. We'll create first word, first letter should be first word, first letter smaller. From next word onwards, first letter should be capital. For example, addition of two numbers, you created like that, but it is invalid. Addition of two numbers. So first word, your addition is the first word. So we have taken capital. So off is the second word, O capital. Two numbers, N is the capital. Like that, we need to be taken. So constants, we can in our program there will be many constants. So the constant, while taking constants, actually the constant variable name should be all letters should be capital, and every word first all letters should be capital, every word separated with underscore, and constants are used to store fixed values. Constants are used to store fixed values. Yeah, that's all about today. I mean, today discussion. So thanks for watching. If you're watching first time, please subscribe and please like my videos. Thank you for watching.